Alright, so quite frankly, the default WordPress registration and login form, they suck. Well then, how should you go about creating custom registration and login forms with more fields, more settings, and perhaps more integrations? Worry not, I'm Sid, and in this video we're going to create custom registration and login forms within WordPress. So let's get started. Alright, so this right here is a fresh new installation of WordPress, and firstly I'm going to show you how to create a registration page within WordPress without any plugins. So for that, you need to go into settings. And from here, in general, you can see something called membership. If you go ahead and if you click on anyone can register, then when you save changes, when they try to log in, so what's going to happen here is that in this login page, you're going to see a register button. And when you click on it, WordPress is going to ask the user for the username and their email, after which the registration has to be confirmed. And as you can see, there's not many fields here, but this is one of the ways to register. So now if you want to do this in the custom way, where you have all the fields that you want and a separate login page, then follow me. So first things first, you cannot do this entirely within WordPress. What you need to do is go into plugins, add new, and search for user registration. So you can see it right here: user registration, custom registration form, login form, and user profile for WordPress. So what you can do now is you can install and you can activate this plugin. So upon activation of the plugin, you'll see something like this. This is a video that is going to show you how to set up the plugin. So when you click on get started, it's going to ask you to collect non-sensitive plugin data. You can either allow or disallow, it's up to you. So from here, user registration is going to install two pages, which is the registration page and the My Account page, into your website. So you can click on install and proceed, and it will be installed. So the first option, anyone can register, you'd like to turn this on if you want visitors to register into your website. Now here you have a user approval and login option. So I'm going to set this to auto approval and auto login. So whenever a user registers, they'll be automatically approved and they'll be logged in. So from this third option, you can choose which role is disallowed the access to WP dashboard or the WordPress dashboard. So here it's set to subscriber by default. I'm going to leave it as is. I can click on next. So here for registration settings, if you want to enable strong password, you can do that. You can select the minimum password strength required for users to log in. You can click on any of these. So whatever is the default user role you'd want people to have, you can select it from here. So now you can click on next. So now here you can select the page layout. I really like the vertical one. Disable profile picture. No, I like the profile picture. So once that is done, we're all set up. So now what we can do is we can create a new form. So to create a new form, they actually have templates. You have a lot of different templates: reCAPTCHA, sports camp, student registrations, employee registrations, and many more. So yeah, if you want to, you can simply pick one of these and you can get started, but I'm going to show you how to create one from scratch. So I'm going to call this the registration form, and that is not the correct spelling, is it? Alright, continue. So here, for the form builder, you have keyboard shortcuts. Regardless, it's unnecessary. So this right here is the default form that user registration provides. For most, this would be enough. But if it's not enough, what you can do is you can simply drag and drop the fields that you need. So confirm email. Suppose I want this field, bam, I can have it right there. So secondary email, country, I want to know what country people are logging in from. I can do that. I can have checkboxes, right, alongside choices, etc. But we're not going to get into that. Regardless, they have a whole lot of different fields here, and they also have a premium version, so you can check out this plugin. But let's say I want to make this country field required. So I can simply click on the field, and from here on the field options, I can go and make it required. So now this field has to be filled in for the user to register or to submit the form. So here from form settings, if you want to have different settings for different forms, right, some forms might require admin approval, you can do that. And there's a lot of different settings that you can fiddle around with. There's also option for redirection. But yeah, that's about it. So once you've updated the form, you can simply copy the shortcode and you can go into pages. What you can do is you can either add a new page, or user registration gives you a default registration page with the default registration form. You can simply go ahead and swap this out for the new form that you just made. You can update it, and let's preview this. So there you go. This is how the form is going to look. So now let's see this form in action, shall we? So I'm going to do this in the incognito page. So here, as you can see, I have a My Account and a registration page. So the My Account page, if you're not logged in, it will ask you to log in. So this is the default login page, right? Now if you go into registration, here is where you can register. So let me fill in a few things real quick. And since country is required, I'm going to select a country. Right, so you can see right here, it also displays the password strength. Pretty good stuff. So now I'm going to submit this. Okay, turns out the username already exists. Okay, let me do this then. Alright, submit. So there you go, user has successfully been registered. So since I turn on automatic approval and automatic login, my account has been approved and I've been logged in. So this is the My Account page. If you're logged in, you can see your dashboard, your profile details, you can change your password, you can log out, and another good thing is you can customize this My Account page. But before that, let me show you how the login works. Right, so from here on the My Account page, it will ask you to log in. You can go ahead, put in your username and put in your password. Do I remember the password? I better do. Yes, I do. So voila, I've logged in. So this is how it works. Okay, but what if you don't want to use the My Account page for login and you need a separate login page? Then you can simply go into pages and you can add new. You can name it login and you need to use a shortcode. And the shortcode is going to be user_registration_login. So once you publish this, you can view the page. And if I'm logged in, it's going to show that I'm already logged in. And if I open this in an incognito window, then we can see this is where I log in. So there you go, your own custom login page. Now let me show you some other customization options. Right, but before that, if you look here, you can see the new user has been added into WordPress with the subscriber rule, has been approved, and it also shows from which form they registered. So now for the My Account section, you can go into settings, general, and you can customize a few things here. You can select which page is the My Account page, you can select its layout, and there's some other options as well. As for the form, you can do a lot of different things here. So from here, so suppose I want a placeholder, then I can do that. John Doe. So there you go, John Doe. User email, I can do the same thing here, @yourmail.com, right, and you can see the changes right here. I can update the form, I can preview it as well. This is how it's gonna look. And this plugin also has a premium version with a lot of different options for advanced fields. You can customize the colors, padding, etc. of your forms with the style customizer. You have conditional logic for more complex forms. You can also have some marketing integrations like MailChimp for newsletters and a whole bunch of stuff. So this is honestly a great plugin. Now, even if you don't want to buy the premium version, the free version has almost everything you'd want. And having this plugin is future-proof. You might want to scale your website in the future, and if you do, this plugin has almost everything you'd want. So that is about it.